Hello Norrathians, this is Vass, and I am in the Neriak portion of the Six Flags over Norrath build. Yesterday I started working on the corridor, and I wanted a little bit of trim. This is the foyer entrance to the Neriak Palace. So I started working on the trim right here to separate the stone and the wood. But to get these as small as I could so they wouldn't stick out too far, I need like 22 for each side. So that's a lot of item count or building block count. So I have changed my mind, which I often do, and I have gone with the plain indium room dividers. So I've got those started over here, and I should be able to fit these in. If I have to overlap them or something, I might have to do that. But I wanted to work on that today and then do this side as well. And this is going to be the main entrance to the haunted palace. When you come down, you've got these different corridors, and you can only go in one. These are one-way tapestries. Can't go in that one, can't go in that one, can't go in that one. And I had Demora come in, test it out with her Fey wings, because she always gets her wings caught on stuff and can't go through the tiniest little holes. So I had her test these out, and she can get through just fine. So that works out good. But this one you can actually go through, you just can't go back. So once you're in, you have to go through. I am going to move this a little bit just so I can get out. So I use the plain ash tiles because the wood of these tiles matches the wood in the Neriak house itself very nicely. And then I worked on the gazebo a little bit. I put in the starry tiles. So now it looks like a gazebo. And I'm planning on putting a fountain over here. I don't know if I have water sprays. If not, I can get those later. I have waterfalls, but not water sprays, it doesn't seem. But I'm going to have water sprays coming out the mouths of the statues there. And have a fountain up here. And some plants in here. And this is going to basically be the waiting area. That way you can have a place to wait with your friends before going through the haunted palace. Kind of like you would do in a theme park with a haunted house in it. So let's work on these. Let's get my first save. Move that up, and I've got some extras in here. I'm thinking I should be able to do it with 3. Second save, flip over to, well, not that, my layout editor. There we go. Okay, so the smallest one is the one I want to copy from. And I'm going to paste it on those. So now when I load it up, they're all in the same spot. And trying to move things in this Neriak house is not easy. It looks like the house is based on north, south, east, west coordinates, but it is off by 0.2. So for every meter that you go north, you have to go 0.2 to either, I believe it's the west, because it's off a little bit. The angle is off. If I were to do all of these north, the exact increments that they need, it would actually end up in the middle of this rug, down the middle. So I'm just going to do these by hand. And Control plus Alt to do smaller increment. Control, raise it up. And Control plus Alt. I've got a little bit of a gap there, so I will have to have one of these overlapping. Don't know if I will have it overlap on the last part or somewhere in the middle. And getting it lined up is not going to be easy because of the column. So what I might do is overlap the middle. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if I overlap this one a little on both sides. I see spiders. I see spiders. Is there someone in my house? Nope, they're just haunted spiders. Okay. Creepy spiders. I don't like spiders. But they're perfect for this build, so. I want to hide that front part. Come on. Come on. Okay. Don't know if that's going to be enough, but we will find out. Just going to move that one out of the way and put this one in. Have it go to the edge. I don't know if I like that or not. Okay, put the next one in. I see the overlap is going to have to be a lot more. So if I do that and bring this one in, and this one wants to pop up a little bit. Okay, so I've got that one in there. So if I just overlap this one a bit, and all of these need to come up just a little. Now moving them up and down with the layout editor isn't a problem, it's just moving them along north, south, east, west directions. That's when it becomes a problem. Okay, so I've got that one in there. Let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3, and then it starts to overlap. And then 1, 2, 3. So technically, third one has an overlap to it, and then over here the third one has an overlap, so the one in the middle is the overlap piece. That's good. Okay, so now I can save a lot of building block count by doing this. I can pick these up. It would have been nice if there was a plain divider for the blue marble from the Neriak City Festival. But then again, I would have used that. Railings wouldn't have worked. I wouldn't have liked the rough edge of the railing. But with the plain dividers, it has rounded edges, so they work. But if there was a blue marble one, I would have that inserted, and then I would have to still use these tiles on the bottom part to cover up the blue to get the look I want. So yeah, there's a lot of tiles that will be saved by doing this. Which means more building blocks for other areas of the house. So that will work out good. Not the candelabra. Okay, so that's in place now. Now let's use these. Let's see, there's 1, 2, and I'm going to copy these and move them over just so you see how much it shifts. Okay, put the smallest at the top, copy those over, and it's only 0.2 degrees off. But the problem is even though it's just 0.2, let's see, I need to go to the west. I did 3. Even though it's 0.2, for every meter that you go, it's quite a bit. It will add up quick. Okay, 3 wasn't far enough. So let's do 1.5 more. And these are flipped upside down, so the bottom part is at the top. A little trick if you do not know this: if you have problems with things disappearing in houses when you sink them, if you, instead of using the bottom, if you flip it upside down, if it can be flipped upside down and still look the same, you can sink almost all of it down to where that pivot point is. Okay, so now I need to move those over a little bit more. Let's just do 0.5 to see. 0.5 was too much. So we will do 0.3 back to the east. Okay, it's too far. And as you see, it is poking out the end when it originally was not. So I need to go 0.1 to the west. Okay, that looks closer to the way this one looks. This one actually sticks out a little further. So let's do 0.02 east. Okay, that might be, yep, that looks good. Okay, so now I need to go south-ish, because it's actually south and a little bit to the east. So let's take those and go south 0.002. Let's do 4 times. Not far enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that is right up against the edge, which is good. So I think we've got those in place now. And I've got more of these dividers on me, so let's put those down. Now, if I would have been smart, I would have counted how many times I moved it back. But that's okay. I will get this one. So my save was successful for my starter save. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. And now let's move these 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Actually, I have 6 there, but that's going to be for the angled piece at the end. So I should have 10 in here. All of my 0.5s are at the top, so that's good. Let's copy these and paste them. And then let's move these over. Let's try 6.4 to the west. Seemed close to what I was doing before. Maybe too far. So let's go 2 to the east. Okay. Better, but not exact. Let's do 0.2s to the west, 1, 2. Okay, how does that look? It looks pretty good. It needs to come out a little bit. So let's add a 0 in there and make it 0.02. We'll move that to the west, or to the east. And then we need to move those down, because that is supposed to be overlapped just a little bit, where this strip and this strip are overlapped. So let's go 0.2 to the south. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see. It's close. I mean, technically I could leave it like it is, but let's go ahead and line it up so the bottom angle piece will line up better. So 1, 2. Let's do one more. Okay, it might be a little far. Let's see. I can take one of these tiles. And put it at the edge here. Make it bigger. Yep, it is a little far, because the edge of that one is right there. The edge of this one is sticking into it. Now I did rotate this one using Alt, holding down Alt to rotate it to get close to that 0.2. It's actually a little bit more than 0.2, but that's pretty close. So if I now move those up 0.1, that might help. So not to the north, 0.01. No, it didn't. It wasn't enough. So let's go 2 more. And I think then we will call it a day. Okay. Maybe a little bit more. I always do that. 1, 2, 3. Okay. That's better. I can deal with that. And then I need my angle piece to go there. So let's get a new save. And we will copy this one to this one. So the smaller one, copy and paste it on the default size of 1. And then we need to rotate it. I think it should be 90 degrees. Yep, that should work, because then I can take this one and move it over here, and that candelabra is going to be in my way, I think. So let's move it up with the control. Oh, I should be able to get it. Just at the edge. It needs to go up a bit. There we go. Now it's in there. And my candelabra isn't touching good. This one seems a little bit farther out from the wall, So let's move that one in a bit more. Make sure it's not in the wall. And it's not good. Neither is that one. And see, this one sticks out further. So what I'm gonna need to do, let's move this one. I got a new save, so that one, this one, and this one, all the way up to where it overlaps. And now I'm gonna load those up, and I'm gonna move those up. Let's do 0.05 north. Okay. It's looking better. Still sticks out too far, so let's do it again. 0.05 north. I'll do it a couple of times. There we go. To me, that looks better. It looks more uniform with this side. It did throw this one off a little bit, but I think it's okay. This side's a little bigger than that side. I mean, technically I could shift this down a little bit. To the north twice. Okay, that's a little better and a little bit too far, I would think. So 0.02 south. There we go. That's closer to the same size. Okay, so that part is redone. And it's a lot less building block count than the original. So that works out good. I think we're okay. Okay, so that part's done. Now, I made a fountain, but I am worried about one thing. If I put this fountain in the wall and make it bigger, is it going to disappear? And can I get it to look good? Because technically it's sticking over the stairs. But it needs to be big enough. I don't want the rug showing through. I don't mind so much that emblem at the bottom showing through, but there is that throne back there. I might still be able to get this to work if I do it a little bigger. Okay, and I need to have it centered. Okay, I think I'm okay with that. Now, I have these here. Let's see if I can make new stairs. Okay, and as you can see, I will have to rotate them. I can still grab the fountain even though it's in the wall. That's good. Do I have... Let's see, I know I have the waterfall tile, which is that one, and it's deep water. Do I have a spray or spout? Deep water. Arch, water spout, and inventory bag 5. There they are. Okay, that's the spout. Water splash is in House Vault 3. That's the water splash. Which is... I don't know. I think the water splash is going to be better. But let me shrink this one down. Not that. Okay. Let's see, that's not that bad. It just looked bad. Of course, I will have to use the layout editor to fix this. Let's see, you moved over here. Shrink you down. Trying to get these in the right spot. That's a challenge. You have to look at it from all different sides. Okay. So those are about the right spot. Okay, let's go ahead and see about getting these stairs in. So first thing I need to do is rotate this 0.2. That's about where it needs to be. And it looks like it needs to be more than that. Oh, I'm going the wrong direction, that's why. So, let's see, rotation negative 0.2. Better, but not quite. Okay. Let's make you bigger so you can go all the way across. And we will roll you down. Okay, so I've got it set to where I can work with it. So now let's make sure this is exactly 90. And let's do 2.5 to get a good even rounded number. And we're going to raise this up. Okay, I do want to make sure that it does stick below the rug, and it does. That's good. Don't know if it's going to be above the rug though. So let's move this one up. And hopefully we'll be able to go into the steps that are already there. I think it will, because of the fact that when I try to place things down, they fall through the steps. Okay, that's looking pretty good. It needs to go a little bit more. Okay, so now I have a new set of steps there. They're not going to be rounded, which is fine. Main thing is I want to angle this up to where it comes up to here. By pushing these out to the edge rather than that far in, it should work for me. So let's copy this one. Let me just clear this chat. Okay. Should be just 3 more. Maybe 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's gonna be 4. So move 3. Here's the 4th one. Okay, new second save. And I need to copy and move those up. Okay, so I've got those. Now I need to take the larger one and copy it to the others. So copy that one, paste it there, and let's do 0.5 up and north. And then the same thing with just those 3, up and north, and those 2, and the last one. Let's see how that looks. It's good, but it's not far enough in. So let's do, that first one's not bad, but 0.3 north. let's see, we'll stop there for now. Okay, 0.3 is good. And then we will do just those three, 0.3 north, and just those two, 0.3 north, and just the last one, 0.3 north. Now, they should be, 0.3 north was a bit much. And I probably will not need this one. So let's go ahead and pick that one up. And we will get a new save since I picked it up. And we will move this one and this one and this one. Nope, not that one. Second save and load. Okay, so now I need to move these. Let's do 0.1. I don't know if these are in the same order. 0.1 south and 0.1 south. And there is a gap. So I might need that last one after all. So I need to bring this one down, which is going to show the rug back there. Okay, that covers that one. And that one's still covered. And that one's still covered. So I will need the last one, and they will need to come out some more. So where did that one go? Yep, there we go. Okay, so this one, we will move that one out 0.1 to the south a couple of times just to be sure. Okay, that looks pretty good. New save, move this one. And there we go. South a couple of times, probably 4 times. 4 is too much, so 0.1 north. Okay, so now I need to move this one out. One, two, three, four, 5. Okay, that's good. And now let's copy this one. And I don't know if you can tell, but there's less on this side and more on this side now, because every time I go this way, it starts sliding to the right a little bit. You can even tell with this little line, it starts angling off because the house is skewed a little bit. Okay. So now I've got those two, copy this one to that one. Let's move it up 1, 2, 3, 4, and north 1, 2, 3, 4. And up is fine, it covers the rug, it needs to go. Let's do northwest a little bit. Okay, and then once. There we go. And it looks like the fountain is in it, so it's good. I could even raise the fountain up a bit. Maybe. Just to get part of that. I don't know. I don't know if I want the design there or not. I think it'll be okay. Now, let's see. I have over in the swamp area. Come on, load in. There we go. I've got these statues here. I'm thinking this one. I don't know though. This one's white instead of the red. It might work better. What I'm thinking is put this in here. Bring it back and then bring it down. Can I roll it or pitch it forward? Okay, that works, but I kind of want a railing back there. Do I have blue marble railing? I have way too much in there in my inventory. I'm gonna have to clear all this out so it's easier to find just the items I'm working with on that particular day. Blue rail. Okay, let's try blue marble. Oh, not rule. Blue marble. Stair, column, tile, tile, rounded tile. Column might work, but stair might be better. Stair. Yep, there we go. Okay, so question is will I be able to get this one in there? I need it to get as large, and it does. That's good. And does it roll? Yeah, it rolls. So if I take this one and roll it perfectly at -90, and then move it back one to the north, and down. Okay, it's getting closer. So let's do 0.1 to the north a couple of times and down a couple of times. And it actually needs to be at 88 on the rotate, I think. Yep. Okay, so now let's do 0.1 northeast because it's starting to shift this way. Point 1 north, 1, 2, 3. And northeast 1, 2. Nope, too much. So let's go southwest 1. And west 1. And make you a little bigger. Let's see, 7.4. Let's see, it doesn't come all the way across on either side. So 8. Okay, definitely comes across on both sides now. Let's do 0.1 north and down a couple. Couple more down and north 1. There we go. I like having the gold trim there, but that gives it a base at the back. Now I could use a stone like this, but I would rather have the blue marble trim to match with that. And it breaks off the wall so it looks like that's the back of the fountain overhanging. Okay, so that works. Now I need to get these in place. And I've got a save. I'm just gonna make these bigger just so I can get them in the new from difference. Okay, and let's raise these up 2. And we will rotate or roll them 180. So they're angled down rather than up. And let's go up 2 more. Okay, let's grab this one, if I can grab it now. There we go. Angle it like that. And let's see, rotate it. And I can't move it. Oh yeah, I can. I can move it down. Okay, good. rotate it out and find it again. There we go. Roll it and move it down. Okay, so this one is a little off, I think. Move this up. Okay, now it looks like they are either having water coming out their mouths or their eyes. They're crying tears. Okay. This one. Tilt it. Roll it down some more. There we go. Okay, so now I should have, let's see, planter here. Okay, I like that. Just wondering if I should make it big. And oh, it's disappearing when it gets in the floor. No, I can't grab it now. So if I leave the house, it's going to disappear on me. So it is a Torsus planter. Let's pick it up from the inventory. Is it round Torsus planter or Torsus planter? Torsus round planter. There it is, Torsus rounded planter. Retrieve. Thank you. I could still do it. Okay, that's max scale. Bring this... do I want it sticking up through the fountain? I think it's okay. So basically, I could hide the under part. And let's see. Misty fog, that's not what I want. Where's my cobblestone? Misty fog. There it is, cobblestone. And so I could use the cobblestone that I have saved. Okay, let's put it there. And flip it up. So 89.897 on pitch, so it doesn't freak out on me. Oops, not that. Okay, did I do it on roll? I did it on roll. Cut that and paste it there. Bah. It's gotta have a 0 there, really. Okay, so there. And where did you go? There you are. Let's rotate it around a bit. Make it bigger. Sink it down. Don't disappear on me. Sink it just a little bit more. Let's see, I think that could work. And I can still grab it, so it's above the pivot point. So the pivot point on this one must be the bottom. Yep. Okay. So cobblestones, where did they go to? Actually, I've got some out in the hallway. So just need one here to go there, one to go there, so that's 2, and maybe a third here. So that's 1, 2, 3. And the larger one's there, so copy that one, paste it to those. And let's load that in. And this one's gonna be a little bit smaller. This side is not the same size as the other side. And a little bit more. Let's zoom in a bit so I can see this a little better. So I can line these edges up better. It's a little bit too far in. Okay, so the last one, I'm going to shrink it down some. I'm going to have interference with these stairs. Okay, so bring this one down, not that. There we go. And if I shrink it just a little bit, will that? Oh, too much. Okay, there we go. So now we've got one planter in. We need to put another one over on this side. Let's move some of this stuff out of the way. Don't have a Taurus planter on me. And so I will have to go make one. And this next planter that I put over there, I want to have the blue out front. Do I have bag space for? I don't. Okay, oh yeah, I've got some bag space. Let's move these books over here so it'll pop up over there. Okay, so let's go make, oh, you know what? I think I'm out of shade bark. So let's go check my plant that I haven't checked in like a week. See if it gives me a shade bark. If not, I will go get a shade bark. Which is boring to put on the stream, but I need it, and I know it's gonna be a lot of plat on the broker, so which is funny because you can usually get the item that you're getting the shade bark for cheaper. Let's see. Just out of curiosity. Taurus is round 47K. Wow. Okay, so shade bark 955K. That's still outrageous, but I'm surprised that the shade bark was cheaper than the actual item that you can craft from it. So let's go check my plant in my house that I'm just using to drop things off in. Come on, load. Oh, plant. I moved to the front the last time, I think. Yep. Check for harvest. And let's see. Oh, really? It won't let me do it because I don't have enough bag space. Let's get some stuff down. I have too much stuff in my inventory anyway that I am not using. Now, do I have enough space? Yes. So, I don't think this... That's shade weave. Nope. Okay. Might as well check this guy while I'm in here. I've already gotten everything I wanted off of him, so I've just been doing all of them to get rid of them. And this one I think's completely done. Yep. And this one's completely done. Yep. So it's just auto. Okay. So since I don't have shea bark, I don't think I do. Let's see. Let's see. Torches. Come on, load up the recipes. Yep, I'm out of shea bark. So, I believe... do I have my torque totem on me? Torque. Yes, inventory bag 5. And off I go to hunt some shade bark. Fun, fun. I used to have tons of shade bark. I went through it all those plants and stuff. And I don't have my harvest tracker on. Let's fix that. Here you are. Give me shade weave. Oh, really? I have space in my broker. Space for one item. Okay. That's all I really need anyways, because this will should have emptied out my bag into the depot. And there's my one shade bark. Good. That's all I really need anyway. That was quicker than I thought it was going to be. You know, one of these days I should do my harvesting on a live stream, because of the fact that Vass has gotten 5 rares off of one node. He has gotten 2 rares with 1 click before, which was unusual. I've never seen it happen with any other characters. But I got 2 off of 1 click, and then I got a bountiful harvest, so I got a 3rd, and then the other 2 I ended up getting 2 more from. Even with the bountiful harvest, I got like 1 and then got a bountiful harvest of non-rare, and then did another one and got nothing on the first one, but the bountiful harvest gave me a rare. So I ended up with 5 rares off of 1 node. Let's empty. And let's craft us a Torsus planter. Should pop up there in the top. No, just had someone ask a question on Facebook about the water tiles. They're flipping up on them, and I know that solution because I found out what was causing it. So let me post to them to help them out. Okay, and in case you didn't know, if you have issues with water tiles, that when you place them down and you tile them out, if you like move to the side and they pop up, like they've been rotated up, or kind of get this weird visual glitch where it kind of looks like they're angled or partially up and partially to the side or something like that. It all has to do with shadows. So if you go into your options and turn off your shadows, I don't even think I have a water tile on me. Nope, I don't have water tile on me. But if you, actually, there's a simple fix for this. I'll just go into my dungeon. But if you actually turn off your shadows, that will fix the glitch with the water tiles popping up. The only bad thing is that means that you can't have your shadows on for that particular house that has the water tiles. I believe it also works with mirrors because it has something to do with the reflections. So if you have glitchy mirrors that like turn black and stuff like that, it should fix that as well. I've tried it in dungeons, and there's one of the subcategories you can turn off but keep shadows on, and it'll work in a dungeon. But in an actual house, you'll have to turn off the whole shadows, all of it, which sucks. But let's go to my grotto, because my grotto has my water tiles. Okay, so I've got these water tiles right here, and they are fine other than they disappear at their small scale from a rendering distance. But if I go into options, shadows, I believe it's this one. Let's see, options, I believe it's this one. Maybe not. Well, I can't recreate it now. I went through and changed it, but now I can't. But I have done it. Sarex was with me and he never had the issue, but then the moment that he turned his shadows on, he saw what I was seeing. But I believe it was shadows. It might not work in this particular dungeon, but I've got room. I'll bring one with me. Okay, let's go back to the house. And I'm gonna need to get some coffee, so once I start to zone into the house, I'll go get some coffee, take a quick break. Waiting for zone server. And I think it's almost time for me to switch over and do a Planet Coaster live stream. Because I wanted to do one of those today as well. Wow, this is taking forever. Okay, I'm gonna go get some coffee and I will be right back while I'm zoning. Okay, I am back. Have a fresh cup of coffee. So let's see. Water tile. When you go to put it down, you can't see it. You have to put it down to be able to see it. Once it renders, did it go through the floor? There it is. So that's the water tile. Let's see. Alt O. Maybe it's because I have to have more than one. Turn shadows on. And it's not popping up. Lovely. Wonder if it's because of my other settings. Let's check that out. No, I pushed the wrong button. I have to reload. I might have to camp out to be able to see the difference. But anyways, back to what I was doing so I can finish up this stream. Let's load deco mode. That's off, good. Go back over to my Neriak. Okay, so now that I have my second planter, I can put it in. And I wanted to rotate it to where the blue is on this side. Now, as far as how far it comes out, let's see, it comes out just after those squares. And let's see if I can get the close to the same angle. Okay, that's close. The sides are not the same, so it's not going to be exact. But I want to have the blue in the front. And up a little more. There we go. That should be good. Okay, it's up a little too far because the gold is just barely over. So that should work. And it does seem like it's further out. But I think it's okay. Probably just the angle of it. Let's see, can I rotate this around to have more blue? There we go. And it looks like I will only, well, I'll need 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles. So let's get this one in place. It's a little too big. Okay, that should work. Rotate it just a tad. There we go. Save that. Let's move it. Second save so I can get a new from difference. And let's change our pitch. 89.897, which I change to get it upright as much as possible without it going to 90, because at 90 it flips back and forth. And it kind of needs to be halfway between. There we go. Oop, not that. Okay, that one's in place. Now let's save that. We will copy that, and I need 1, 2, 3 more. So that one. That one. That one, and I see one peeking over there. Let's get that. And load them up in the editor. And we'll do the larger one. And paste it so it has the same angle and such. And this one is smaller. And let's go a little bigger. And now another one for this side over here, which I think I can get away with being smaller if I can even get it into this wall. There we go. So that caps that side off, that side's off. Now this one. Same thing, make it smaller, raise it up a bit. Need to zoom in some. Hopefully I don't grab some moving item. Good, I didn't. Now the wall's in my way. Bunny, you're gonna be trapped in there. You might want to come out. Okay, so that part's done. No, it's not. Grr. cannot get a good view because of these stairs. There we go. Okay, so the gazebo area is done. I'm not going to put starry tile there because it opens up into the house. I want to give the illusion that you come down to the end and this is a gazebo out in the center of the house. Okay, so then I've got those that you can't go through, that one you can't go through, this one you can. I inserted some plum tiles there. I think I might do the same up here. I think I have a couple of plum tiles. Yes. Oops, that's not plum. That's plum. Okay, so let's first off roll these 90 degrees. Because I want them up and down to start off with. And rotate 90 degrees. In actuality, it'll be 88 because the weirdness of this house. And I'm hoping that I can get these in. And then pitch them. Fit in here better. Don't know if I'm going to be able to. Because I want them to be in the wall, but just inside this. I might need to use 3. Because I can do that. Let's see, go bigger, move it over. Come on. If I move it up, then I start to show other pieces. So I need to move it north and east. So let's do 0.1 north a couple of times, east a few times. Okay, it looks like it's all the way through except for that top corner, which that top corner I can have a third one in the middle. That's what I'm thinking there. It is showing through on this side, so I need to move it south 0.1. Okay, it's not showing through now on either side, so that's good. So let's see, can I copy this one to this one and then rotate it 180? So this one to this one and rotate it 180. And let's go ahead and move it over 4 to the west. Come on. Didn't seem to want to do that. Oh. There, let's reset. Copy this one. Paste it there. Rotate it 180. And then move it 4 to the west. Okay. 4 isn't quite enough. Let's add a point to that, west. Okay, not quite. Okay. It is starting to show a gap at the bottom. So let's do 0.2 to the east. Okay, gap's gone at the bottom. It's not poking through there. That's good. It's probably too far. Yep. So let's go 0.1 south. And again. Okay, it is not poking through the wall there. It is not poking through the wall here. We're good. Now my third one. Okay, so I rotated it a little bit to kind of get it a little more flat in alignment with this rug and so on. And that's almost got it. Okay, let's raise you up. Let's bring you over here. Save that. Move it. And roll it 90. And rotate it 88. That way it's flat up and down. Resize you. Kind of center you up. And raise you up. Now get all the way in there, and it's gonna have to go south. So let's save it where it is, move it to get a difference. And now let's move it 0.1 to the south, just so we can bury it in that wall, the parts I don't need. There we go. Now I've got my arch in there. Nice. Stained glass arch. That came out looking pretty good. I like that. And I've got my blues and purples in here. Starry sky. Okay, that is the foyer and the gazebo. That is done for now. I mean, I will come back and add some candelabras or pictures or something on these walls so they're not so bare. Maybe put some candles in these little circles or some gems or something. Okay, so that is the end of the stream today. So I will probably do another stream in a little bit on Planet Coaster. But for now, that is the end of the Norrath, the Six Flags Over Norrath Neriak build. So I will catch y'all guys in the next episode.